how Mr. Beast went from 0 to 437 million. 437 million. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's not the population of a small continent or even a major country. It's the mind-boggling number of people who've hit subscribe on one single channel, run by a kid who, just 11 years ago, couldn't even get his own mom to watch his videos. It sounds like a fairy tale, doesn't it? But trust me, it's anything but. Stick around, because today we're rewinding from the private jets, the elaborate sets, and the pizza-shaped chocolate bars to a cramped bedroom in North Carolina where a young Jimmy Donaldson uploaded to an audience of exactly 0. This isn't just a story about viral videos. This is the untold, relentless grind behind the biggest channel on Earth. A journey of obsession, innovation, and an almost superhuman persistence.
Jimmy started his YouTube journey way back in 2012, a mere 13-year-old under the screen name MrBeast6000. Can you picture it? A scrawny kid, probably with a cheap $20 headset, hunched over a clunky family Dell computer that sounded less like a PC and more like a jet engine preparing for takeoff. His content, a chaotic mix, really. He cranked out Minecraft Let's Plays, detailed Call of Duty tips, even speculative estimates on other YouTubers' net worths. Basically, whatever seemed to be trending or piquing his teenage curiosity. He was just throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something would stick. But for 4 straight grueling years, the view counters barely budged. By early 2016, after hundreds of uploads, he still hadn't cracked 30,000 subscribers. 30,000. Many of his friends teased him relentlessly for talking to a camera instead of getting a real job, probably suggesting he was wasting his time. Yet, Jimmy wasn't deterred. Every single week, he'd meticulously study bigger channels, dissecting their content, taking obsessive notes on retention rates, click-through percentages, and packing. He was teaching himself the unspoken rules of YouTube without a film school, without a team, purely through relentless, obsessive trial and error. The breakthrough lesson he drilled into himself, a mantra that still guides his work. If people click away before the 30-second mark, nothing else matters. This realization was a game changer. He started trimming intros, adding immediate stakes, and teasing the ultimate payoff up front. Still, despite all this effort, growth crawled. Most creators would have thrown in the towel, defeated by the algorithms and the apathy. But Jimmy, he treated those low numbers not as failures, but as free tuition for a masterclass that nobody else bothered to show up to. He saw it as a privilege to experiment without the pressure of a massive audience, hunting his craft in obscurity. By 2016, something shifted. Jimmy stopped merely copying what was popular and started truly experimenting, looking for his own unique angle. This is where he truly began to whisper to the algorithm. He launched a brilliant, albeit slightly unhinged, series roasting the worst intros on YouTube. These were fast, snarky, 2-minute videos that were pure genius in their simplicity and effectiveness. The format cost zero cash to produce, wrote a highly searchable keyword, and crucially, fed directly into YouTube's recommended panel, pushing his content to new viewers. Suddenly, his subscriber count wasn't just growing, it doubled, then tripled. More importantly, through this series, he learned a critical skill: how to ride controversy and internet drama without drowning in it. His approach was simple but effective. Punch up, not down, keep it playful, and always end every jab with a wink, ensuring his humor landed without alienating too many. This delicate balance of wit and irreverence caught the attention of none other than PewDiePie, the reigning king of YouTube at the time. A timely shout-out from PewDiePie provided Jimmy with his first real explosive splash of traffic, a moment that catapulted his channel into a different league. The lesson was clear: find a niche you can genuinely own, infuse it with your unique personality, and then, if you're strategic, leverage bigger creators to signal boost you to a wider audience. It was a masterclass in guerrilla marketing and understanding platform dynamics. Then came January 2017, and with it, the stunt that fundamentally altered his trajectory. Jimmy uploaded a video that was, by all accounts, absurd, a 40-hour epic where he simply counted to 100,000. Except he didn't post the whole thing. He uploaded only the final hypnotic stretch of him reaching the monumental number. The concept was so utterly bizarre, so ridiculously simple, that people clicked out of sheer, unadulterated curiosity. Who would do this? They wondered. Why? The result was instantaneous and electrifying. Retention rates for the video rocketed, the comments section flooded with a mix of disbelief and admiration, and media blogs across the internet picked up the story. Within a single week, the video garnered millions of views, and Jimmy gained 100,000 subscribers, basically overnight. This wasn't just a viral hit. It was the asterisk breakthrough. The stunt cost nothing but an immense amount of patience and commitment, yet it teed up a formula he still deploys today. A big, often outlandish idea, a simple, irresistible hook, and an almost impossible commitment to see it through. Right after that viral success, Jimmy made a decision that would define his future. He reinvested every single AdSense dollar into his next challenge. There was no buying fancy cars or splurging. It all went back into the content. The next video, 24 hours in a desert. Then, last to leave the circle keeps the car. Every single payout, every penny earned went back into funding bigger prizes, securing better edits and crafting tighter, more clickable thumbnails. It was compounding, but not just for money. It was compounding for content, creating a self-sustaining engine of spectacle. By late 2018, Jimmy's core channel had exploded, crossing the 10 million subscriber mark. For most creators, this would be the moment to coast, to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But Jimmy Donaldson isn't most creators. Instead of resting on his laurels, he pivoted again, spinning up a series of philanthropic videos that were unlike anything YouTube had seen. He gave a homeless man a house, then an entire island, then $1 million to strangers. The sheer scale and generosity were unprecedented. The twist, and this is crucial, was that every single giveaway wasn't just an act of charity. It was meticulously engineered to be a headline, a viral event. Traditional charities often ask quietly for donations. Jimmy, on the other hand, brought confetti cannons, documented every emotional reaction, and turned generosity into a high-stakes, feel-good spectacle. Viewers didn't just watch. They felt good. They shared the videos and they watched again, creating a powerful emotional feedback loop. Meanwhile, with an almost surgical precision, he quietly launched a sprawling ecosystem of secondary channels: Beast Reacts, Beast Gaming, and MrBeast Shorts, each one strategically designed to feed traffic back to the main brand, expanding his reach and diversifying his content. His unwritten rule for thumbnails became legendary. If it doesn't look absolutely ridiculous and eye-catching next to a MrBeast video, it's simply not bold enough. He wasn't guessing. He was A/B testing every title, every facial expression, every color temperature. This was where raw data met unbridled spectacle, and the graph, predictably, pointed straight up. The ambition didn't stop at views and subscribers. By 2020, MrBeast transcended traditional content creation with Team Trees, a monumental initiative that raised $20 million to plant 20 million trees. This wasn't just a video, it was a global movement. Then came 2021's Team Seas, cleaning 30 million pounds of ocean plastic. These weren't solo endeavors. Each project partnered with hundreds of creators, influencers, and even celebrities, transforming philanthropy into a collaborative team sport and cementing MrBeast as the undeniable face of philanthropic YouTube. He showed the world that doing good could also be incredibly entertaining and engaging. But Jimmy wasn't content with just donor dollars and charity. He started building an empire. He launched MrBeast Burger, a ghost kitchen franchise that used his unparalleled brand name as its secret sauce. The demand was so overwhelming that day-one sales crashed delivery apps across the country. Next came Feastables, a chocolate bar company that wasn't just selling candy. It was selling an experience, hiding Willy Wonka-style golden tickets for prizes as insane as Lamborghinis and even a private jet. This wasn't just about making money. It was a meticulously crafted, self-reinforcing loop. The revenue from these ventures flowed right back into funding even bigger, more elaborate videos and stunts, which in turn sold more burgers and more chocolate bars. It was a content-to-commerce flywheel, a brilliant, audacious model that nobody had ever pulled off at this unprecedented scale. While most creators might simply subtitle their videos for international audiences, Jimmy, ever the innovator, took a different approach. He dubbed. He meticulously cloned his main channel in Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, Japanese, and more. Same stunning visuals, but with perfectly localized voiceovers. This wasn't just about accessibility, it was about immersion. Overnight, he effectively unlocked entire continents, making his content feel native to billions more potential viewers. It was a stroke of genius, turning language barriers into bridges. Add to this the explosive growth of YouTube Shorts, which he mastered, racking up billions of views with sub-60-second dopamine hits designed for the short attention span generation. Combine all these strategies, and you get the colossal 437 million subscriber mountain we see today. Yet despite the global scale and complexity, his core workflow remains surprisingly lean and agile, often starting with just one whiteboard, a dedicated squad of childhood friends who have grown into savvy executives, and a relentless weekly upload deadline that perpetually terrifies them into groundbreaking innovation. His newest obsession, the challenge that keeps him up at night. To make content so utterly compelling, so unskippable, that fans can't even tear their eyes away, even while scrolling TikTok on a split screen. That's the bar he's constantly pushing. So if you've absorbed even one valuable idea today, maybe it's the power of the reinvestment mindset, or the absolute criticality of that thumbnail rule, or perhaps the genius of building a content flywheel. Do me a favor and smash that like button. Let the mysterious YouTube gods know this story exists, and that it's worth sharing with more aspiring creators. And hey, if you're out there right now, grinding away in your bedroom, talking to a camera with just 12 loyal subscribers, drop your channel name in the comments below. I'll make sure to binge a few, and who knows, I might just shout out my favorites in the next video. From 0 eyes on a janky gaming clip uploaded by a hopeful teenager to commanding more subscribers than the entire population of the United States, Jimmy Donaldson didn't just stumble into success. He turned a raw, relentless obsession into a meticulously built, self-sustaining infrastructure. There were no shortcuts, no secret hacks in the traditional sense, just an unwavering commitment to relentless testing, a fearless willingness to spend big to make big, and the almost unbelievable patience to count to 100,000 when literally nobody else would. So, the next time you catch yourself thinking that growth is impossible, that the odds are stacked against you, remember the MrBeast story. Remember that every single mega creator, every YouTube phenomenon, started exactly where you might be now. As a kid talking to a camera, praying for view number 1. Keep uploading, keep learning, keep innovating, and maybe, just maybe, one day the world will click subscribe button for more incredible story too.